Hey, what's going on, guys? So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it for a second, because it's pretty messed up. We probably will never know what is 100% the truth behind this, but let's talk about it. I almost thought about doing this like a live stream, but Mandy's in there getting a massage and getting a pedicure and stuff like that, and because we're doing really well, and we can do stuff like this, and that I said that I'm saying this for a reason, because right now I'm in a position, and we're in a position where we could pay a veterinary bill, and we could pay a vet bill several $100s or whatever it would be to take care of the procedures, because that's what you have to do when you have a pet, right? That's what you have to do. All the stuff that you have heard for the last couple of years about how messed up I am, like all the back child support that I owe, well, that's paid off. I don't owe any more child support. It's over. All the how messed up my credit was, can't rent anything, right? That's all gone. It's all cleared up, right? Took me a while, but it's gone. Oh, all that. He doesn't get a real job. He works at convenience stores, right? A retired Army officer. Why doesn't he get a real contracting job? Guess what I have? Reestablished my clearance. I now have a federal job again. So all these things, you know, it's Mandy's back out working. She's doing her thing. You know, I tell you all this stuff is our ends are meeting. Our ends are meeting like a motherfucker right now. We are doing really well. This is not my truck. This is our other car that we have purchased over, you know, since Christmas. You would think, as maligned as our relationship became in zero contact, that there's mutual people that we both know, that if you care enough that a pet that you both owned and loved, that you might get in touch with somebody through a third party and maybe try to save its life, perhaps. Now, I would have probably wanted to, it probably was being a time hack. I probably would have wanted to know exactly what the veterinary's name, and I probably would have paid it direct. I probably would want the pet, but either way, the veterinary could have called me, and I would have probably saved that dog's life, if in fact that is the truth. But I think there's a bigger thing that goes to this, and I think maybe if you can finally understand the type of pathology that we're dealing with here, is that you have somebody that the route and the probably the easier of the choices was to just euthanize the dog, rather than to figure out a way to come up with the ends to, you know, keep the dog alive. So that's where but I mean, I think that it was a few days ago, there was a photo shoot or something that had to cost money. I don't know if she got that for free, but that was more important than the dog. So you have to keep money aside. You have to be able to afford pets, especially when they're older. And you have to be ready for this type of stuff. But what we have here is we have somebody that's the depth of whatever they got going on. I think it's sociopathic. In fact, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to dox records or anything like that, but That's the depth of the pathology, that when your pet or anything is in your way, you just push it out of the way so that you can just stay. When things, whether they're people or pets or objects, whatever, when they're in your way and you can't make them or groom them or fix them to be part of what you need them to be, you just eliminate them. What is that? That's like sociopath shit, right? I mean, I said to Mandy when we were finishing up the divorce, when the pets kept coming up and you guys would beseech me about it, I said, well, if there's one thing, no, and she'll take care of those dogs. And that's where I have some culpability that I have to accept. And that's what I have some guilt behind that. And I'm responsible for the fact that she didn't give a shit about the dogs either. So, but there's some of y'all that are out there that have been talking to me. They don't think that the dog is gone. They think that it's alive somewhere, that there's some scenarios out there where maybe the dog's alive or she surrendered it somewhere that someone would maybe keep the dog alive, and now it's wherever. And I know that y'all will find out. And if you do, y'all know where I live now. I'm about a 9-hour drive. We're both working, but we'll make the drive if y'all find it. We'll somebody can find out if she's alive. We'll, like I said, our ends are meeting like a motherfucker. So we'll wire you some money, Zelle you some money, Cash App you some money. If it costs, like, you know, whatever the adoption fee is, and if you hold on to her, we can be there, and hell, overnight, and get her. But again, I think the bigger lesson is finally, you cannot describe the depth of the nothingness, the lack of empathy, the lack of compassion, the lack of being able to love or be attached or form any type of bond. It was clear to me, the precursor was to rehome Charlie. Charlie was absolutely terrified of anybody except for her and then me and then Becca. But I would have thought, at least, I mean, Charlie revered her. For whatever reason, I thought that Charlie would be enough of an object, enough of a tool for her, that would have probably been the last person, the last, see, I mentioned the last thing that she would have gotten rid of. But that really kind of, you know, got me thinking. But I don't know. I mean, Mandy can tell you, we were sitting in the car outside of Walmart when, you know, we heard someone got with us and said, hey, she's streaming that Lilly was gone. And I was sitting in my truck in the driver's seat, and I was done. You know, something told me that it was true, but I don't watch and I don't investigate all this stuff like some of y'all do. And some of y'all have reason to believe that it may not be true. So, you know, I guess right now what I hold on to, I've talked to a couple people about it. Anything, even if the dog is no longer alive, it won't be suffering. I mean, anything but being with her. I guess anything else is better. So it's either she's either deceased, she's in a shelter and has had medical care, some veterinary care, and will be rehomed, or we find her and she has a home, or we find her and we can get a hold of her. I mean, there's all these scenarios, but there's that, you know, there's that. So I wanted to do a quick vlog and then tell you guys, I stayed far away from it. I was really angry. I was really sad, but thank you all. I've seen the people that you guys have crept into my DMs and told me thank you. If you guys know or hang out or talk to Ricky Rooney, Mama Ricky, reach out. He's had a loss. Do that. I've read the comments. You know, Mandy's kind of the whatever. It was social media. I appreciate y'all. I mean, I do. So that was my statement. I wanted to come out and say, I hope this kind of, for those of y'all that like to watch it for the drama, there's nothing. There's no empathy. There's no connection. There's nothing. I mean, anything will get thrown out with the garbage. You know, we can replace baseball cards, right? We can replace, you know, anything. We can't replace each other. We can't replace our pets. And then I guess what's been 3 days ago, it's the second, or what is today, the third? The third is Saturday. And it was the 31st. I won't ever forget the date. So it's been 3 days since 4 days. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and say that, and there's nothing more. You guys, it unfolds, you know, this drama, people's lives unfold in front of us. So that's it. I mean, I'm gonna try to start using. I don't know where I'm gonna put this up. I might just put this up on Tomahawk Sean. I had done some of the drama reviews. I do them every once in a while, and then I don't put them up. But I think I'm gonna. I mean, Mandy and I are doing really well, and we're trying to get back to live streaming, you know, again. We've been so busy. Life is really, really good right now. I mean, anybody that knows where the part of Georgia where we live, on the 400 corridor up here, it's really nice. I've been, I applied. I started this position. I applied in this position in January that I got. And it took a while to get through all the hoops and the clearance and all this. So I actually start here next week. I have to go into Buford to do the training. I'll be there training for a couple weeks, and then I will go to the actual station where I'm training probably the third week of this month. Mandy is doing what she loves. The people that we know what she's doing, and what she used to do and what she loves to do. She's doing it here. There's a big market for it. So she's contracted to do that. It's amazing. The people that are critical of where we are and why we had decided to go where we've moved, it's pretty simple. Some of you guys will understand it, and some of y'all may not. And I said to Mandy, we're gonna have to let the drama community take the narrative and just run with it. And if you've lived through the drama community like I have, there's so much criticism. You can't really drag me anymore. But the bottom line is when your family, you know, as our parents get, I'm 52, so my parents are older, and now that I'm in a better relationship, they couldn't before, but now, you know, they've told me and said, you need to come home and take your spot here in town as the oldest son. And I have done that, and take responsibility for things and start doing some things, start executing things as the oldest son. And that's what I've done. And so we did it a little bit more quickly than we thought we were going to do, because one of my family members got COVID. And so it became a little bit more urgent. And so we did it the way we did it. So that's that. And some people are going to take it and spin the narrative any way they want to, but you guys have seen where we're living. It's not typical of moving to your parents' place. You know, the in-law suite where we are is rather nice. So that's the way that ended up. And so we went and we got jobs here, and we started our life here, and it's worked out beautifully. There were some bumps in the beginning, but that's why we're here. And you know, the DC, some people will take it and spin it a different way, but it's not out of destitution or anything like that. The ends are meeting very, very well. And it was a great opportunity. And anybody that knows where we live, in the area that we're in, it's quite nice. So there's that. So I wanted to throw that out there. One last thing, if you're watching this to the end, go over and check out Savage's video, and it's worth a look. Yeah, she's hilarious, and not for nothing, but it's the truth. The truth got to be the truth. Spade calling a spade. So we'll catch you later. I'm gonna bring this channel back slowly, but I like doing the drama. And we're gonna keep ATX Tomahawk doing what they do, because whether you like it or not, nobody's done it the way we've done it. We don't review other people's stuff. We don't do panels. We'll save that for our individual channels, and it gives you something a little bit different than the drama. And so we're going to try to do that when the time is right. But anyway, I wanted to weigh in on that. Thank you guys so much for all the support. And if there's anything that can be done about that going forward, I'm sure we will get it done. Thanks, guys. Peace.